Hello, my name is Narciso. I am a BIM expert and this is BIM Denis. Welcome. In this video I'm going to talk about the maturity levels in BIM, the BIM dimensions and the BIM uses. So the levels of maturity, don't confuse with the level of model definition, the level of detail or level of information, are the definition of every step in the BIM journey, where it comes from and where it goes and how. This graphic represents this stair to the BIM level 3 based on the old British standards. In the 90s, the first step was the BIM level 0. It represents the old way of 2D drawings. Went from hand drawings to CAD, but always in paper. No collaboration between parties with electronic models is in this level because it was only in paper. In the 2000s, the 3D came into action. The BIM level 1 means a mixture of 2D and 3D CAD produced by the architect and design teams. Shared files started instead of paper drawings, and standards as a British Standard 1192 from 2007 appears. In the 10s, Revit and 3D models became stronger, and coordination started to work out with the development of the standards PAS 1192-2 and the Part 3 from 2013 and 14. The BIM Level 2 is based in a collaborative working with each party using their own 3D model. The use of common file formats such as IFC, the Industry Foundation Class, or COBI, Construction Operation Building Information Exchange, and common data environment are the base of this level. Detailed requirements to achieve the BIM Level 2 are outlined in the PAS 1192-2 from 2013. The future BIM Level 3 is expected in this decade, the 20s. And it means fully collaboration between disciplines using a single shared model in the cloud. And all parties will have access to the central model and may modify it. The management of the BIM process will be by the client's team or the main contractor. And it is known as an open BIM and set as a minimum target by the UK government for all public sector work. If you heard about BIM level 4 or 5 in UK, you need to know that this doesn't exist, it's a lie. This graphic is related to the British standards, as I said, PAS 1192, but now with the new ISO 19650, a new graphic is provided, and it's basically the same one, but with a few changes. Now the levels became stages and the level 0 is omitted. In the stage 1, we can see structured and unstructured data. It means any digital resource from drawings or 3D models to documents, videos or sounds, and managed by the national standards but without any coordination. With the stage 2, 3D federated and coordinated models will be used, and the BIM process will be managed by the new ISO 19650 standards with the national annexes for any country. The object-based server information model is the base of stage 3, as in the British standards level 3, and standards are still in develop. We already have the part 1, 2, 3 and 5. The part 4 will be this year, and the rest of the standards will be developed in the next following years. We could think to use the stages terms the same way that we used the BIM level 2, but in the last MBS BIM report from 2020, you could find out how this is changing. The UK BIM framework replaced the term BIM level 2, that is no longer to be used, and the reason being that it was stated that the information requirements on many projects, but on its own, BIM level 2 is a bad reference. This means that where we used BIM level 2 in the past, we have to use now UK BIM framework, not BIM stage 2. And as I said, you will find out more information in the MBS BIM report from 2020 and the UK BIM framework website. And now let's talk about the BIM dimensions. This is very straightforward. You can see the BIM dimensions refer to levels of information data entered into a 3D model using any BIM software. So with this, we know that 2D drawing is just information represented in a X and Y space. The 3D includes the set, the elevation, and in BIM, remember that the key of BIM is the eye of information, so the 3D models also have some data attached. 3D is mostly done by the design consultancies, as you can see in the graphic, the architectural team, the structural and the MEP teams. 4D adds an extra dimension of information to a project information model in the form of scheduling data. This information can be used to obtain accurate program information and visualizations showing how your project will develop sequentially. Sorry about it. So time-related information is the base of the 4D models. If the cost information of the elements is added in a model, you will be able to extract the heart of 5D, the fifth dimension. The cost of purchasing and installing a component. 4D and 5D are produced by the contractors. And finally, we have the sixth dimension, BIM 6D, sometimes referred as an integrated BIM or iBIM, and involves the inclusion of information to support facility management and operation to drive better business. I also need to mention about the 7D and 8D dimensions related to sustainability, providing environmental and energy efficiency, information and safety with emergency plans to prevent security issues. And now we will go through the BIM uses. There are no sections in the British standards about the BIM uses, but I have found them in other international standards, and I decided to include it in this video as it is important information to have in consideration when producing BIM documentation. New Zealand BIM Handbook and the New York City Department Design and Construction BIM Guidelines are two good references for BIM uses. BIM covers a number of processes and tasks, such as the design authoring and coordination, and its technology allows different stakeholders the use of BIM in multiple ways, depending on the specific needs they may have. The following list of BIM uses are the most common applications of BIM on projects, and BIM shall be considered and aligned with the project goals and shall be assessed and recorded in the BIM execution plan. So this is why I'm included in this video. Some uses are commonly used on projects, and others are indications of where BIM may be applied in the future. So in this case, you can see existing condition modeling, cost estimation, phase planning, programming, this is the 4D, site analysis, design authoring, design review, engineering analysis, code validation, sustainability evaluation, 3D coordination, site utilization planning, construction system design, digital fabrication, 3D control and planning, record modeling, and in the operation, maintenance, building system analysis, asset management, space management, and for more information about the BIM uses, I recommend the guides I mentioned before, available online. Remember the New Zealand BIM Handbook and the New York City Department Design and Construction BIM Guidelines. And nothing else. If you like this video, feel free to like, share and comment, and follow us on our media channels, YouTube, Twitter and Facebook, where I share many other interesting things about BIM. See you in the next video, and don't forget to BIM the knee and do things correctly. See you in the next video.